And they know I do. What's going on, y'all? Previously on Kimba TV. So this could go all the way up to like 30,120, and then it might turn back down again. So if they're not gonna sweep this, they're gonna come back later. I just don't know when. You know, obviously like the 29.4, 29.5 sweep would be the juiciest TP and long to get. Actually, everybody that took the long yesterday, right? I don't know if you did, but do you see now why you would want to put your stop loss at a lower low and why that box is nice little entry right there? The math is the math, right? It got pretty close to trying to break out, but eventually it had to come back and test. This is the same Fibonacci that we drew at the end of the stream, and we were talking about, you know, this would be a potential entry, and you want to put your stop loss behind the lower low because the 886, they're going to try to hunt. The math plays out again, and so I'm just waiting to see if we can claim this golden pocket. What's up with that? I thought maybe they were going to be able to hold it and start making higher highs, but isn't that crazy? This move happened overnight while we slept. So even though we've been gone for a couple of hours from each other, like we already talked about the plan and all that stuff. So pretty cool, right? So if you were in a long, then you had to put it on lower low, and I would assume most people got stopped out. But so now I'm just waiting to see if we can get above golden pocket. That's all I really need from bulls. S&P is pretty much at the top. The biggest gamma is at 45.45. So Guru says your short always open. Yeah, I haven't done anything to it. But do you understand what I'm doing though? You don't want to be the guy to be like, oh, fuck. Somebody was like, you lost 100K, close it. Boy, quit playing with me. What I want to see is a higher high now, come back, turn that into support, maybe even like 0.5. But that would be nice. I thought they were going to do it here. I thought they were going to like do it here. Blast from 886. Blast from 886. So that was funky. Yeah, so it's going to have to, now it's going to try to do it again. It's going to try to blast. And it needs to turn it, like I need to see that. Like buyers stepping in, defend. Because that was not cool. What was that? Yes. Yeah, so we're getting close to a possibility to close the short, but it wasn't yesterday. Coke Zero says, I got in on sweep 29730-ish, like you said yesterday. That's awesome. You took this one. Yeah. Good stuff. And so bulls, you need to turn this bitch into support and start making like higher highs, right? Yes. So we're approaching a little bit of like, okay, maybe we will close it today. Good afternoon, Mo. What's going on, Mo? Let me hit you with a sub. You definitely want to be subbed up because we're going to do some big-ass giveaways. I'm talking about like 20 Gs. Okay, all right, let me go make some tea real quick. I'll be right back. How much time do we have left on the hourly? 19 minutes. Okay. KK. Okay then. Yeah. Whoa. I'm still making tea. That was an $80,000 tea. Let's get it. All right, I TP'd a little bit, y'all. You see that? Woody woo. Woody woo. Hey, yeah. Well, there it is. Swept it. God damn it. I swear they knew I was making tea. Oops. God damn it. I got water boiling. Okay, did it sweep Coinbase? That's my... Oh, it didn't sweep Coinbase. I mean, it swept. Okay, well, y'all know what it is. If it's a sweep, you already know what it is. If it's a sweep, you already know what it is. Oh, man, I'm really not interested in this, though. All right, well, first TP hit, y'all. First TP hit. Shave 60 off. Hey, yo. Dad says, yesterday you mentioned if we hit 29.5 first as a sweep, then you will not take a short at 30.7-ish. Can I ask what the thought process was for this? Because it could go all the way to 31, 32. Make a higher high. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you got to watch the 30.7 level, right, Dad? I'm not saying that it's going to come back here, but if it is a sweep, this level should not get lost on like a 15-minute time frame. You could wick through it, but you really wouldn't be losing that. So, all right. So some lions, hold on a second, not financial advice. I'm going to actually hit this.
Big shout out to Kimba Gang, man. I want to say shout out to the game community. You already know it. Just so y'all know, Kimba used to be an island boy, but he was so stupid. We had to kick him out. He had the most useless lines, so everything he says is not financial advice, and you'd be stupid to listen to him. We don't want to listen to him, so he had to be out and get out the door. So kick it out, boy.
All right, there you go. So some people might actually have like limits right there with a stop loss right here. Okay, but it doesn't mean that it's going to come down here. The invalidation for the sweep is if you start to get candle closes below, then that's not a sweep. Alrighty, but instead of taking that, why not just sit back and see what the reaction is? You should watch these sweeps 10, 15, 20 times before you actually take it, in my opinion. All right, so let's just keep watching, ladies and gentlemen. The math is the math. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you love math, then you're going to like trading. Look at this guy, 2.3 mil, 2.8 mil short at 29,260 on Bybit. Bybit went to 29,260? Oh, Bybit. Oof. Wait. 350? Hold on. Let me see the other pair. Wow. Fuck, that's a juicy ass entry. Did anybody get like 290? You're sick. Like 300 would be really nice. Oh my goodness. I got 450. Ooh. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from the golden pocket and the Fibonacci that we pulled yesterday, losing the golden pocket. How'd you guys like the math? So let's not get too carried away with like juicing on the long or whatever. The most important thing, the most juice was how the whole Fibonacci stuff played out, right? You know, and whether it was the pullback to the 786, 886, put your stop loss behind the lower low, you know, making sure that the golden pocket turns into support, all that stuff. That happens all the time. So next time you guys see that, that's another juicer. You can juice 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 times over and over on that shape, you know? So make sure you remember that and you guys can use it for next time. Will it bounce off of 382? Some of you guys were anticipating a bounce off 05. That's possible too. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's going to bounce off 382 or it's going to bounce off golden pocket. I just know that this is an area we have to watch and this is an area we have to watch. That's all it is, right? If you're somebody that's waiting, that didn't set preset limits and you're going to wait for the structure to come back and you're going to try to get in there, that's totally fine too. But at the end of the day, Rukiki, it's all about having a plan and executing it. I don't give a shit if you want to put blind limits in, you know, as long as you have a responsible stop loss, right? I don't care if you're going to try to get in here. I don't care if you're going to try to get in here. It's just all about, because none of us knows truly what's going to happen. You know, the only thing that we can control is the risk management. So as long as you take care of that, then I don't care what you're going to do. And it's all probabilities, brother. I canceled them, but look. I was going to TP 150, 160 Bitcoin. And I was also going to get into a long at 29.4. Look at my stop loss, 29.2. You see this? I canceled all these because I went to the kitchen. So I would have, the 480 would have been hit, the 420 would have been hit, and I already would be in the long. Look at that. The 480 got hit because I kept it there. Okay, I literally said this out loud. But I canceled this because I went to the kitchen. But that's okay. I'm not really tripping. There's going to be another opportunity here. So NJ says, so newer higher high than golden fib long. Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but as long as you know what your risk management is going to be and you know what you're risking. Alrighty, I don't really care so much about like your entry or where your TP is. Just tell me where your stop loss is and or what you're risking, and that's good enough for me. So let's go to 15, and then let's take the whole range from here to here. There you go. So you're below the value area low. So if you're bullish, you need to claim this, turn it into support. If that's the case, then it's very good chance that you're going to get here. That's 30,300. If you can get above that, you're probably going to squeeze to the right here. Lots of short squeezes, like above 200, 300. But yeah, I mean, if you're bullish, you got to get above that, like point blank, because that's value area low. So you know what you don't want is you don't want that. You don't want that. That could be that though. So you've got different levels to be looking at. And when you start to understand the levels and stuff like that, you know what you need. Yeah? Quiet 7, why spot sweep matters and not the futures? Just because that's where the real money is. So you'll see that most of the time, if it's truly a sweep, it also swept on Coinbase as well. So just like a pattern thing. So quiet 7, let me ask you this. If the last 10 sweeps, okay, whether it was a sweep that was bearish or a sweep that was bullish, okay, if I told you the last 10 sweeps, all of them swept on Coinbase, but now you look at Coinbase right now and it didn't sweep, wouldn't you be like, that's weird? So that's all it is, brother, because every single time it sweeps the spot. So when it doesn't do it one time, you're like, what the fuck, right? So that's all it is, brother. We have 21 minutes until market close, okay? But for the most part, even if I ended the stream right now, the math doesn't change, right? You'd be watching this, possibly this. And obviously, if it bounces on any of these levels, I mean, that's a change in structure. It is now a higher low. And that's for the first time, that's when I might be like, okay, that is a sweep. Let me go ahead and TP a little bit more. Or I can, if I want to keep the short running, I can get into a hedge long. Alrighty? And conceptually, it's the same thing. Like if it does this and it does this, I need this to get turned into support. It's none of this like it needs to stay above it type of thing. It just needs to tell me that it's support and people are buying here. That's all it is. So this would be the most bullish thing, but that kind of looks like it might get swept. So Kimba Box might be in play. Not financial advice. Alrighty, and for the most part, if you have been playing the sweeps, you kind of know what to expect, right? So you know the probability that it could bounce from 0.5. You know the probability it could bounce from 618. You know how it can go to 786 or 886. So if you're already in a long, just put your stop loss. I don't care what your entry is. I care more to make sure that you guys aren't going to unnecessarily lose money. The entries are always going to be easy, but the stop loss, protecting your capital, that's the hard part, right? Just make sure you have a plan and make sure you know what you're going to do so that if it happens, all you need to do is execute and you're not thinking when you're so emotionally triggered, okay? I mean, you know me, if it bounces from golden pocket or some shit, I'll probably need to seriously consider closing it, right? But does that make sense to you guys that this is like the moment when I might want to close my short and how we're getting closer and closer? Yesterday wasn't the time to close short. This isn't the time to close short. This is the time to close short. Some people might even say, Kimba, actually, I'm going to go swing high, swing low, put the golden pocket, and if it breaks above that, I'm going to start stop lossing. Nothing wrong with that. But to be honest, isn't it a little bit nicer that on Coinbase it's lower than most places? Like on Binance, it didn't hit golden pocket. On Coinbase, it did. So could it mean that we could do another one like that, like how you guys saw on the other one? And then on Binance, it goes to 420, but on Coinbase, it goes to 417 or sweeps the 415 or 400. And then that sweep is really done. So I think it's kind of cool that Coinbase is lower than like something like Binance, to be honest. Because we could do something like that, and then but since Coinbase is lower, it could actually sweep the thing. So yeah, and there's really no right or wrong on how you would do things differently. It's gonna be different every single time. Karen says that's what I'm waiting for. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, and we don't know if that's gonna happen, but I do like the fact that Coinbase prices are trending lower. All right, but 29.2 is a level that I'm looking at. 28.8 is a level I'm looking at. 27.2 is a level I'm looking at. 27 is a level I'm looking at. Okay, but most importantly, it's really about the reaction here. If this does this, okay, and it doesn't make a lower low, but on Coinbase it sweeps, then that would be a long right there, and I would TP and close the whole thing. All right, and we talk about all that in pretty big details. Okay, if it does some weird shit like that, and I see that Coinbase got swept, then I might open a hedge long. I rarely do that, but today is the one time where I kind of talked about I might need to do that. So earlier when we had this, we were talking about how you don't. I mean, that's possible. But you see how it rejected right there? So this is point of control for the range, okay? If you turn this into support, mathematically, your probability of getting here increases significantly, you know? And then if you turn this into support, the point of control, then you have a really high chance that you're gonna visit the value area high. So I hope that helps, but there are good levels to watch, levels of interest, if you will. And by the way, full disclaimer, if this does this, you guys know, right? Like if I close my whole short and I'm in a long from here, don't be mad at me. I'll be watching this, the Coinbase sweep, okay? And I'll be watching the Binance levels. And again, like it doesn't mean that it has to come back here or here, you know, 38205. These are all levels where it could bounce. So 30 thou, 29,375. Ooh, wee, boy. All right, the market maker algos are listening for this, so this is going to trigger some volatility, y'all. All right. 44 minutes until futures come back, so that's going to be exciting. And then don't forget this. Kind of interesting. That would be nice. Would be nice. But, you know, at this point, I always say it all the time, you're kind of front-running China and Europe at this point, so just be careful. All righty? All right, here we go, you guys. All right, you guys ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, long or short, I'm rooting for each and every one of you guys. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Sato, take it away.